everybody, welcome back to my channel Made with Love. My name is Heather, and if you can already believe it, we're almost at the end of August. The kids are getting ready to go back to school very soon, but I've got a really quick and easy project. I saw this a few months ago on Pinterest, and it was one of those TikTok videos, so I didn't really trust if it would actually work, if it was just a staged video. But in recent months I've seen more and more women have done this on YouTube and Pinterest, so I wanted to do it. So it is just these little MDF boards, napkin decoupage, and instead of sanding it, you just need a lighter. So I've got three I did, so it's me and my husband's our initials. So I've got these done. So I had these ones here. I've had these letter blocks for a couple of years. Wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do with them. Same with, I bought this pack of napkins last summer, I think, or no, last winter, I mean, like 22 cents, because it's like, you know, clearing out the summer ones. Now what I liked was this napkin. Each napkin, when you open it up, if I can, you actually get the 4 squares and you get 2 patterns. So that's what I was using with these ones here. So it's just the napkin. So it was just basically one napkin did the 3 sides. So I've got one chunk left, and then I will get the other 2 cut up, and I will do that in a second. So for these ones, I actually just used the glue stick because I wasn't going to waste Mod Podge if it wasn't going to work. So I'm going to do the other side of these, and I'll show you exactly how easy it is to do. And then the other day I was at the Dollar Tree or Dollarama, and they have these little like wood cutouts. They are $1.25 each. So they've got the dragonfly, the butterfly, and the star. And I thought this would be a good test to see how well this project works. So I'm going to do the dragonfly first because it's got, it may have more little holes, but it's got a more overall pattern. So there'll be more area for the napkin to stick. And I'm going to do these ones with the actual Mod Podge. So I'm just going to move my camera down so you can see. Oops, I can get this to move down so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to start with these letters. Also, when I did these letters, because I had laid them out, see, how's this one sit? Yeah, see the way I've got the letter D, I've actually did it upside down. So that's when I decided, no, I got to do the backs. So I want to do the back in the reverse color. So this one has the green, so I'll do the other flower, and then these 2 I will do this flower. I said these work perfect. Like one napkin will pretty much do each letter. So there's like nothing to it. I just have the glue stick. So these ones, my glue stick empty. I dropped it on the floor, so I think I broke the little spinner. Yeah, I'll have to be back. I got to grab a different glue stick. So just one moment. All right, I had to get my bucket of glue sticks and see if there is any working glue sticks. Just do a really good coat of glue on here. And just take the napkin and just put it on, press good. You want to make sure you got good coverage. So make sure that none is coming up. And then you just take, oops, not those scissors, just grab the fabric scissors. And then you just want to cut off the extra paper. Then I will be taking these outside down by our fire pit. And I'll try to get some of this extra paper that's in here as well. I'm just going to cut. Just making sure that the napkin is well glued in place. Like that. So I'll do the other two the same way. And this is just a single ply of the napkin. So I'll just show this in case some people don't know. But this napkin is 2 ply. Sometimes there's 3 ply napkins. And you just have to find the corner, just tear a little bit of the corner. I always have trouble doing this. Just get my finger, sometimes a little damp finger, you can kind of peel it apart. And sometimes it wants to come, sometimes it doesn't. But you just want to get some of this back part off. This is not working. I find it harder on some of these napkins where it's got the really, more of the little, I don't know, textured parts where it feels like braille on the edge of it. So some of this makes it a little harder to peel away. It's just not working. It's, like I said, sometimes I can do it fast, sometimes I cannot. See if I just move up a little bit and just give it a little tear. Just don't want to wreck that. Just trying to get the layers separated. Wants to, I know it wants to separate, it just, napkin's telling me it doesn't want to separate, it just wants to tear. Try this again. I don't know. If I can't get this to work, I'll have to grab another napkin. Oh. Did I get it to start or no? I just ripped it. No, it just ripped. Okay. It's supposed to be easy to do. I've been doing this napkin decoupage for a long time. But every once in a while you just get a napkin that just does not want to cooperate. So I'm just going to try this again. I'm just gonna, sometimes if I just cut a chunk out. See, I cut the chunk out and, did it work? Yeah, stuff I was ripping off there. There. Now I've got it started. There. See, so you want to get the layers. These are 2 ply. Some napkins are 3 ply, so you'll have 2 white napkins. You have like 2 of the white layers of the napkins to deal with. And then I save these parts. I use them for my day home for the little kids, so they can, you know, napkins. So I don't have to go and purchase, you know, paper napkins for the little kids to use for cleaning up, you know, sticky fingers, anything like that. I've seen other people use to do other crafts. Or if you were going to decoupage, you needed like a white background, you can use that too. I'm just going to cut this into the floor. I just need 2 pieces, so I'm going to set that piece aside as well. So I need this one. Oh, this is the broken glue. I almost opened up the broken glue again. Okay. Make sure you get the glue right to the edge, and then you put the napkin on. Don't want any creases in it like I just got, but because this is the glue stick and not Mod Podge, it does come off pretty easy. You just start in one spot and just slowly work your way around the piece. I might get a little bit of a bump right there. That's okay. And where did I put the scissors? Oh, scissors are the same color as the tissue paper. Okay, so I'm again just gonna trim off some of this excess paper. I've seen some people or some women just tear the paper off. I'd rather just trim it. That way I know right where I'm cutting. I can see it. This is not stuck down in this corner. There. And then of course the center part's got to get done as well. I'm just gonna make some slits through here. And just this and just poke out the center. And just cut this bit out. And I'll do the same for the little and symbol. Okay, so that is those ones. And like I said, I've got this dragonfly that I'd like to do, but this one I want to use with the Mod Podge. And when I bought these, I found these other napkins at also at Dollarama. This pack here was $1.75, and you get 20 napkins. And this one, I don't know how much this one cost. This pack may have been $2. You get 20 napkins. Now it has a big sign on the back here that says do not microwave. That's because the napkin front actually has some metallic foil in it. I'm not using this one right now. I wasn't quite sure what to do with the napkin with the metallic foil. I've never seen napkins like that, so I thought I'll grab one. Actually, one pack was all I saw anyway, so I thought I'll grab this pack because I've never seen it before. Next time I go, they may not have it. And I will open it and see what it looks like and figure out what I want to do with it and see if other people have decoupaged with the foiled napkin, if anybody else has ever seen foiled napkins. But for the dragonfly, I'm going to trim off this tag here. I don't need it. Okay, just going to get rid of some of these other little pieces here. I got to glue that one on. I can do that a little bit later. And I'm going to open up this package. I like when they have the little easy tear place. Let's see. I don't know what this napkin looks like. It's like I guess it's hydrangeas. So I'm just gonna take this and set this right here. I think I like the idea that I can get. I'm not somebody who does this where you. I'm gonna waste a whole napkin, but I think it's just one napkin and it's just the size of this. But I really want to see if I can get as much. I don't want much of the green. I want to see if I can find a way to line this up so I can get the wings and the body with as much purple. I think I have to go this way, right there. There, I think that will give me the most purple on my dragonfly. Okay, so I know the dragonfly will fit. I just want to see if the butterfly, these aren't the right, not the right ones I want to use for the butterfly or the star. I have other napkins I wanted to do, but I just want to see. Oh, actually, maybe I would do the butterfly and the purple. It would fit too. I didn't know how big the napkins were. You've got these things. Yeah, I have another different napkin I wanted to do with this. So I think I'll do the dragonfly first and then the butterfly, both with this bluey purple napkin. I'm just gonna see if I can get this to start easier. See, sometimes it starts easy. And this was just a 2-ply. I think I'm just gonna double check the package because sometimes I'll forget. It doesn't say if it's 1 or 2-ply. Oh, this says it's 3-ply. Okay, good thing I read that. That's probably why that piece came off so easily. This is a 3-ply napkin. I don't buy 3-ply napkins often. So they usually cost, they usually cost a little more. And I just buy my napkins from the dollar store, or because I've got some other ones and I'll get them like off season when other stores are clearing them out. Let's see. Oh, I got it there. See, sometimes it's easy to do. Okay. So I've got my Mod Podge here. If I can get this open, there. And I've got my paintbrush. What is this right here under my laptop? I have everything beside me, so I'm all ready to do crafting, and then I had to move a few things, and then things just got buried. Okay, so I'm gonna do the Mod Podge. I haven't done one of these yet with the Mod Podge, but the Mod Podge, you'll have to let it dry. I'm looking at the way that this is and this Mod Podge and the way it's spilling out through here. You know, I think I'm just gonna do these wings with the Mod Podge. It's all dripping through the wings. I don't know if I'd like that. See, it's all dripping. The glue stick is so much cleaner. I think I'm just gonna stick with for this one. I think I'll try, wrong wood. I think I'll try the Mod Podge when I do a bigger full size letter, more like this one. Maybe I'll do the Mod Podge with the and symbol instead. So I'll go back to the glue stick for this one. I think it'll just be easier and faster with the amount of detail cutouts this has. This out, how it was going to lay. So now I'm just going to lay this back across here, right here. There. So glued down. So now I will trim that. I'm gonna also do the butterfly. So I will get the napkin and do the butterfly. And I'm going to do the Mod Podge with the and symbol. So I'm just gonna set this over here and I can trim that in a second. But I'm going to Mod Podge the and symbol because there's less like little places for the Mod Podge to seep through. So I was curious as to whether or not the Mod Podge works best or if the glue stick. The glue stick, I have to say, is definitely the easiest of the two. As the Mod Podge may start to dry before I get anything on here. Or the Mod Podge may start dripping down the side and then cause the napkin to stick where I don't want it to stick. And I also don't know if the Mod Podge is going to take a little longer to dry. Well, I know it's going to take longer to dry, but you don't have to put the Mod Podge on the top. So this will be the Mod Podge one. Just take the napkin, just spread it on here. Okay, so now I will be back in just a few minutes down at the fire pit because I don't want to use this, burn this in the house. It does give a really strong smell, and when I don't know if it's because these ones are cheaper napkins or if you just don't see it when watching on YouTube or whatever, but there was a black smoke on the first one I did. Let's see if I can show this. Like, you will see that there is some black singeing on here. So I don't want to do this in the house. These napkins are made in China. The glue stick and Mod Podge is probably all made in China. Let's see. I don't know. Mod Podge. Let's see. Well, a Mod Podge is actually made in the US. Okay. My glue stick says it's made, I think it says made in China. I don't know. I'm always cautious with certain products being made in other countries and burning things. So I will be outside in just a few moments to finish this up. All right, so I'm out here. So here we go. I'm going to start with this one. Just going to look at that go. I don't know. I can see the black smoke. I don't know if it's showing up. There. Oops. That one done. And we'll do this one. It's just so satisfying to watch just how easily it just burns, and just it's not burning the wood. Maybe a little bit if the paper touches the wood, if anywhere where the glue. I'm going to do the center. But that is going to make my decoupage these things so much faster. I'm going to be able to do so much more things. And I got that little and symbol now. This is the one that was the Mod Podge. Oops. My lighter just doesn't want to work all of a sudden. There we go. And I've realized I forgot to punch out the center. So I'm just going to grab my scissors and just punch those out. Just do it quick. There. And now I've got the dragonfly and the butterfly. Now these ones are so thin. I'm just going to have to get a block of wood to lift these up. So I'll be just back in one moment. Okay, I hope the block of wood doesn't catch fire doing this, but we will see. Oops, no, I think that may have prevented it from burning more. This is just so satisfying to watch. Okay, and this one is going to be tricky if I want to punch those holes out or not. And I don't know. I'm just going to set that aside and just let that cool down and then figure that out. But here's the butterfly. If I can reach it, set it here. This is definitely going to make any of my decoupaging wood cutout signs that I do go a lot faster than having to put down a layer of Mod Podge, then the napkin, and another layer of Mod Podge, and then let it all dry and then sand it off. Okay, I do think I'm going to do the cutout part for this butterfly. So I'm just going to have to stand my camera up. I'm just going to grab the scissors. I'm just going to punch out where all these are. So it'll just take me a second. So I'll do the dragonfly. So I'll be right back as soon as I get the little holes punched out. All right, I'm gonna do the butterfly first. So turn this around. That is like so satisfying to watch, and I've got two little spots I missed on the butterfly. I guess where I punched it didn't want to work on those two. Try that again. Let's see. There. So there is the butterfly, and then now the dragonfly. And for the dragonfly, I don't know if I'm going to trying to get this wings part. I don't know if it's gonna, I don't think it's gonna work. Oops, shoot. I just tore where I didn't want to. I have to get a little bit of glue and fix this one wing. So I just snagged with the scissors and ripped some of that napkin off. But other than that one little spot, I like the way that they turned out. Just got a few little edges here and there to do some cleanup. And then anywhere if the napkin folds over like this spot here, you just want to get rid of that, but I don't want it to do that. See if I can just trim this extra little piece off, because it kind of just went to a hard plastic ball right there. There. I will definitely say it does give a rustic look, because right where the stuff is singed, it's given it like an aged look around the holes. I'm not somebody who does a lot of that farmhouse stuff, but I do like the way this looks with the burned wood. So I'm gonna leave the dragonfly like that. I don't think there's any way I can get it in here. I might just take the X-Acto knife and just cut this part out around the wings. Same with in here. And is there anywhere on the butterfly? No, I got the butterfly done. So there we go. I will be back in the craft room so you can get a better up close picture, and I'm just what they look like, and I'm just going to do a little more cleanup on this butterfly. So I'll be back in the craft room. Okay, I've got these all in front of me, all finished. So as you can see, there is the dragonfly. Maybe if I put something white behind here, so it's a little easier to see it. See how pretty that looks. And then right around the circles, you do get some of that little charred, smoky, burnt look. I'm not a fan of that rustic farmhouse style. It's an interesting style. It's not something that I have in my home, but I don't mind a few pieces that just look a little different. Just set up in your home just to give, you know, different things in your home. But I really like the butterfly. So I'm going to keep experimenting and see if there's a difference if I get less of that burnt stuff on this side, if I actually had flipped it around and burned some, like I had tried at the back, and so you can see where I burned the last little bits at the back. You'll get all that charred stuff at the back. Maybe I wouldn't get any in the front. So I'm going to experiment with those. And then here's those letters. And this is now this is the one that I did with the Mod Podge. And I will say, if I can find it, because I saw it outside. So the Mod Podge had leaked and I didn't wipe it off. And so right where the Mod Podge is, you get a lot of this black burned stuff, a little bit more than in other places. If you compare like this one to this one here, that's all been glued, except I do have a little bit anywhere where there was a big chunk of like the glue stick. Then you get a little bit more of the blackening. So I'd say if you're going to use the Mod Podge, I think wait a little longer before you go out there and just wipe out anything like on the sides, just to make sure there's no spilt glue. Then you won't get so much of this. I didn't finish these. I just left these raw. I wasn't sure how this technique was going to work, but I was really impressed of how good it works. So I will definitely be putting these back up on my mantle. Like I said, I'm not one who does a lot of this type of distressed look, but I don't mind a few pieces here and there. It kind of just gives something different in your home. I'm just making sure this is turned off. Don't want to burn myself. Okay, so, but I really like the butterfly and the dragonfly. I'll definitely be hanging these up in my craft room, just right above me somewhere. Again, I still haven't decided if I'm gonna how I'm gonna cut out these little pieces, because you can see it, and then where one had a little tear in it when I went to right here, it kind of tore a little bit. So I might just take the craft knife and just cut that, and then see if that makes any difference. See if I cut it and then burn it from the back, like cut it from the front and then burn it at the back, and just see what that does. I'll do that a little bit later. But so I say I prefer glue stick over the Mod Podge. It's just faster, less cleanup, because now I gotta go clean my paintbrush. But yeah, I just glad I found that, and I'm glad I kept looking, because I thought the first time I saw it that it had been staged, because it was a TikTok video. So I was glad that I kept looking for other videos similar to it, and I finally found a whole bunch recently. So I knew other people have seen it and tried it, so I knew that it was something I had to try. I'm glad I did. So again, just thank you to everybody who's watching my videos, subscribing to my channels, and sharing, and I will see you all in my next videos.